are continuing our adventure journeying through beautiful islands of the Zadar Archipelago. But our first stop is Beograd, a host of the largest boat show in this part of Europe. After that, we'll visit some stunning islands of Olib, Silba and Premuda and head over to Ugljan and Pašman. Stay with us. Formerly the crowning city of Croatian kings, today Beograd na Moru is a famous tourist as well as nautical center in the heart of the Adriatic. This is the place where the largest boat show in Croatia is held every year. The fair is recognized for the special, hospitable atmosphere of Beograd, a charming seaside town with reasonable prices and quality infrastructure that includes a marina, hotels, restaurants and entertainment facilities. Each day of the fair, the sunset marks the end of the show and the start of the evening program, offering superb food and entertainment that continues downtown by the marina until late hours.
Milan, everything that we've seen here is just looking amazing. It's all top of the line, from the venue, obviously. It's all so gorgeous, and the organization. Has it always been like this, or how did you do this?
Well, it took us a long time, but this boat show has sort of mirrored the growth of our parent company. We've been here for just over 20 years, and our company has had a record year every year for the last 20 years, and the same thing with the boat show. And so we started off with a very humble boat show that used to be just an open house in the springtime.
So this was 20 years ago?
Well, yeah, 20 years ago, 21 years ago now already. Okay. It was just a small little open house, struggled for a few years, and then I decided to take it to the autumn, to make it Croatia's first autumn show, and then we caught some traction, and we listened to our exhibitors and our visitors, and we built a show around them rather than around ourselves.
Right, so you got the feedback and then you took it from there.
Yeah, and we had 20 years of continuous growth. Every show is a record show. Every show we gain faithful exhibitors and visitors, and the most important thing for us is to take advantage of the small size of Beograd, because there are no big boat shows in small venues except for maybe Sanctuary Cove in Australia. And we use the small size of Beograd to our advantage. So when the exhibiting stops, the partying starts, and so it's for 4 days a continuous event from morning till early morning, where you park your car once and everything is happening, and there's a lot of networking that's going on here, a lot of business to business, and that's what we've developed over the last few years, because we've sort of reached our capacity. Every year we try to find a few square meters and a few more berths to add, but we view the strength of the show in attracting business professionals that are using the end of the season to plan for the next year.
The boat show is a great place to meet and get in touch with people from nautical business and media. Great organization makes it possible for all visitors to enjoy some truly wonderful vessels. You can board and look at almost anything from up close. Speedboats are definitely the main attraction of this year's boat show, with their spectacular looks.
So what's been really different about this year? What did you notice most?
Well, this year, every year is different. There's always new things being added, but we've really pushed that business-to-business side. This year we've added a fourth exhibition hall, which is dedicated to the yacht charter industry, and probably the increase in international visitors and exhibitors. And that's the thing, that's where we really took off, is when we started to cater to international visitors and exhibitors, because this is more than a Croatian boat show. This is a boat show for the Adriatic, and for all of those who gravitate towards the Adriatic, which covers continental Europe. And we have a lot of people who come and visit from overseas as well, and it's those loyal international visitors that have really made the show interesting. Also the fact that we've managed to combine both business, entertainment, commercial, business to consumer trade show, all in one big event. We've really created something interesting here.
It is time to continue our exploration of the islands of the Zadar Archipelago. The Olive Island is a favorite destination for boaters and recreational anglers. Olive, the only island settlement, is a quiet place for a peaceful holiday, located on the west coast of the island. It is connected to the city of Zadar by daily ferry and catamaran lines, and owing to its tranquility and preserved authenticity, it is an ideal place primarily for those looking for some quiet time and privacy. There are no cars on the island, and the only noise that can be heard is that produced by the sea waves and the crickets. The settlement of Olive is mentioned in records dating back to the time of ancient Greece and the Roman Empire. Castel, a tower for defense against pirate attacks, was built in the 16th century. An interesting fact is that civil registry books have been kept in the parish since 1565, making them the oldest civil registry in Croatia. The island was once a home to more than 1,500 people, and today that number has dropped to just about 150. You can enjoy wonderful freedom and seclusion while swimming in several secluded coves near the town itself and shallow bays on the east side of the island. The food here is divine. In addition to fish bought from local fishermen, you can also get high-quality homemade oil and wine and homemade cheese from locals. Recreation-wise, beside diving and fishing, which you can have a go at, we recommend windsurfing. And if you're a fan of cycling, you can cycle the entire island and really take all of this beauty in. Silba, the northernmost island of the Zadar Archipelago, occupying only 15 square kilometers, is also called the Gate of Dalmatia. In the 17th century, Silba seafaring flourished, and the people of Silba were widely known as good and experienced captains. In the mid-19th century, the emigration of the local population to America and Australia began, and the population declined rapidly. Today, Silba has a population of about 1,200 people. During the winter, about 300 locals remain on the island, but the numbers increase during summer and autumn months. Today, the most popular branch of the island's economy is tourism, but there's an increasing number of small-scale cheese and wine producers, and those specializing in organic face and body care products. The island of Silba is also called the Pedestrian Island because there are no cars on the island, so it is completely safe for children and pets who can roam the island completely carefree. The most frequently mentioned landmark of Silba is Loretto. It is a hexagonal tower with an external spiral staircase. It is located in the center of the village, near the local post office, and it is 15 meters high. According to a legend, Loretto was erected in the 19th century by Captain Petar Marinic in memory of unrequited love. Boaters will be interested to know that there are two docks on the island, the West Mole, which is the older and main dock, and Žalić, which is the newer one. It is also interesting that the island between the two docks is only 700 meters wide, so you can easily walk from one end to the other. This is actually an ideal way to explore the place from one coast to the other. The island of Premuda, with the settlement of the same name, is part of the Zadar Archipelago Western Islands group. It is overgrown with maki, shrubbery and small tree forest. Here you can spend a quiet holiday away from everyday hustle and bustle, basking in the sun by the crystal clear sea. It is particularly a favorite destination for boaters and recreational fishermen. and there's an anchorage in Crial Bay. The island is 9 kilometers long and up to 1 kilometer wide, and covers an area of about 9.2 kilometers square. The resort is located in the center of the island at an elevation of 90 meters. On the whole island, there are only 2 restaurants, 2 shops, an infirmary, a post office and a church. So this is the perfect place for those who want to escape from civilization and a busy way of life. Premuda is also an attractive destination for boaters and divers. There are many attractive diving sites near Premuda, such as the popular cathedral, a system of caves of fascinating beauty. The Szent István shipwreck will only be accessible to the most experienced divers. The island of Pashman is rich in bays, sandy beaches and diverse flora and fauna. It is separated from Beograd by the Pashman Channel. As a result of the sea current changing direction every 6 hours, this is the cleanest sea in the Adriatic. The island abundantly testifies to the continuity of life from prehistoric times. Illyrian cities, ruins of hill forts, archaeological finds from the Roman times, rustic villas, mosaics, a 12th century stone statue of Saint Mihovil in Medigiane, and many other historical monuments. The Benedictine Monastery of St. Kuzma and Damian on the Chokovec Hill near Tkon, which was built on the foundations of an early Christian church in the 12th century and Gothicized in the 14th century, was a famous Glagolitic center. The island is known for its olive groves and homemade organic olive oil and various other souvenirs. We had the most fun at the donkey farm with the cute Jeanette Severina.
Čim hranite magarce?
Ubrite, oni se sami hrane, ubere onako trave većinom.
Oni sve pobrste,
oni
su kao koze.
Ovo što valja ne diraju, znači smilj, lavandu koju imam tu, idem u Bengala svaki 10. mjesec u mjesecu, onda im kupim raži, zobi, malo tako da im dodajem jer ipak Severina doji.
Oni brste sve ovdje.
Sve brste, da.
Just like people, donkeys love treats.
Vidiš mrkvice? Mrkvice. Opa!
Bra.
Kako hrska. Hrsk.
Ajde.
Ja ti nemam više, hoćeš li nema?
I što ćemo sad? Nema više.
So donkeys used to be the forerunners of tractors and agricultural machines for the farmers, and today, besides nutritious and expensive milk, what are they used for?
Ljudi su ih prije koristili za nositi teret, za masline nositi, vući travu, sve i svašta.
A osim što su kosilice i koristite mlijeko?
Maze su. Maze su, da. Nemaju veliku svrhu, osim da budu maze i da budu kosilice i da kad dođu djeca da se poslikaju s njima, da ih malo... To je eto sve što radi. U biti da uživaju, da nisu u zatočeništvu.
On the southern tip of the Istrian Peninsula, in the deepest part of the Medulin Bay, is a location of the ACI Marina Pomer. The new marina was completed in 2016. The old marina facilities were removed and a brand new land area was built. Now, AC Marina Pomer is a beautiful contemporary marina with a distinctly Mediterranean visage. The marina is equipped with a new reception desk and exchange office, an ATM, new sanitary facilities with a special needs section, a laundry service, a grocery store, a charter agency, a technical service, a boat lift for boats of up to 10 tons, crew rooms, an automated and guarded driveway, a car park, new dry berth energy lockers, a pumping station to pump sewage from vessels, and state-of-the-art internet access. The new restaurant has a beautiful terrace with a swimming pool and a pool bar. Given that we are frequent guests of this marina, we are already very familiar with the restaurant's offer, and we are always happy to come here, even if we don't dock our boat. The food is always fresh and prepared superbly. The owners of the restaurant are long-time restaurateurs who have earned their reputation through a famous restaurant in Istria and have now expanded their offer to the marina. The marina also has a special repository where boaters can keep their equipment such as bicycles, scooters, sailing boards, outboard motors, etc. The novelty is the green islands in the marina, where waste is selectively collected. The marina is equipped with power connections from 16 to 63A. Along the whole marina, there is a stretch of a beautiful promenade by the sea, with modern design benches, lighting and decorative Mediterranean greenery. The youngest also have their corner in the marina in the fenced children's playground. The mesmerizing nature of Istria will enchant you in all its glory. The sea, the wind and the purity of nature will help you break away from all worry and tension. The appeal of Pomer was recognized way back by the ancient Romans, who built their holiday homes there. The old fishing village will be an ideal haven for anyone looking for the pristine Mediterranean and its ecological and gastronomic delights. The ancient tradition of fish and shellfish farming continues here, so boaters in Pomer can't miss out on enjoying top-quality seafood delicacies prepared to recipes up to 1,000 years old. The entire area of Pula is a large site of Roman remains. There isn't a cove where there are not at least some remains of a Roman rustic villa. An agricultural estate or an olive processing factory, or some remains of fish, wool or wine production facilities. And the settlement of Pomer is located in the middle of a Roman site, so it must be very old, as Roman and early Christian graves were discovered near the village as well as the remains of Roman baths. The remains of a rustic villa that used to be located next to the ancient settlement are now an integral part of the marina. Ugljan is called the Green Island. It is covered with dense maki, pines, olives, figs, vines and various other Mediterranean plants. For many generations and centuries, it has been linked to the sea, maritime affairs and fishing. Throughout the northeastern side of the island, there are numerous fishing and tourist spots, and we have visited a small town of Kali. There is a fishing company in Kali with about 15 well-equipped boats, and there are another dozen private fishing businesses and another company with its own fleet and tuna farms, which altogether makes Kali one of the strongest fishing communities in the Croatian Adriatic. The wonderful fish products and delicacies are presented in a very attractive way.
I don't know which one I prefer. This one is more, I don't know, it's saltier. This one is kind of fresher.
Yes.
It's more
fresh. Yes.
for salads or something. Equally great.
Yeah, you can taste now the
Ooh, the shrimp.
shrimp, yeah.
Okay. This is great. Wow. Okay.
You can take another one if you want.
And this is anchovies
with cheese,
okay.
ghost cheese. You can try.
I'll have this little one. Wow. Good idea. The blending of taste.
More than 2,000 years of tradition in olive growing on the island of Ugljan has resulted in hundreds of thousands of olive trees from which oil of exceptional quality and aroma is obtained.
Recite nam kako vi obrađujete masline i što proizvodite.
Ja imam 200 stabala koje sam naslijedio od mojih roditelja, odnosno od praroditelja i tako dalje, i obrađujem ih dosta solidno i imam prosječan urod godišnji negdje oko 2 do 3 tone kad je prosječna godina. Kad je malo bolja godina, ima 4-5 tona maslina, odnosno negdje, šta ja znam, ako je prosjek 15% prinos, onda je to negdje oko 300, 400 ili 500 litara ulja godišnje. Tako da imamo i za svoje potrebe, a imamo i za prodat.
Super, a imamo i za kušat.
Evo sad ćete kušati kako je to naše ulje.
Ja ću malo uzeti kruha.
I samim sada probom ulja ćete vidjeti da je to naša ulja nisu tako jaka ili kako bi rekao, ajmo reći, ne gorčaju toliko koliko ulje iz Istre i koji imaju sorte koji oni preferiraju.
Apart from olive oil, there's also wine production on the island, albeit in smaller quantities and mainly for private use. But there was a time when these products were crucial for the life of the inhabitants.
Ulje mu je i vino, to su bili jamci ako si trebao dobiti kredit ili posudbu od ovih ljudi koji su imali novaca. Oni su najprije tražili da vidimo koliko imate ulja, da vidimo koliko imate vina. I ako si imao dosta ulja i mogućnosti za proizvodnju ulja, onda si dobio i kredit od njih da bi kupio novo zemljište, nove nasade, postavio i tako dalje.
Breko is the traffic and administrative center of the island of Ugljan. Its old parts reflect the typical Dalmatian architecture and contain many country houses of patrician families. You can feel the Mediterranean atmosphere by walking along the promenade by the sea or enjoying your favorite drink on one of the terraces overlooking the Zadar channel. In the center of the town, there is a marina that offers safe berth and excellent service, and numerous amenities ensure a comfortable stay for all guests. In order to keep the sea and especially the underwater area around the island perfectly clean, the members of the diving clubs take care to keep regular activities of cleaning the sea and the underwater, as well as managing extraction of waste and its safe disposal.
We're at Muline Bay talking to Matko about the very important work him and his team are doing for the cleanliness of the sea. Now, Adriatic Sea is known as very clean, but tell me, there's something still
to take out from the sea. Yes, there. Every sea is clean if you don't have south winds and the people which are irresponsible to it. The sailors which are irresponsible to it, and in this combination we have a problem. So here, so this place is pretty clean when you look under the sea, but I will say, for example, the South Islands, which are Miet, Korčula, Lasto, and all the others, are the natural defense from the south winds, which are coming from the south.
Right.
So the south winds also bring a lot of garbage, which is mostly plastic, which comes from the countries from the south. For example, it would be Albania, Greece, Montenegro, and Turkey. It's the countries from which we find the etiquettes or the labels
I see.
on the garbage which we found down there.
But the real danger lies in something else.
This is not so big problem. The biggest problem is the plastic, because if you throw the glass in the sea, it won't do anything harm. But if you throw the plastic, in several years, the plastic will start to disintegrate, and the fish will think that the small pieces of the plastic are the planktons, and they will start to eat this. In a bigger tunas, I heard from the fishermen, in a bigger tuna fish, they usually find the plastic bags because they think it's a jellyfish, and they eat it.
That's why.
Yes, that's why.
Guests coming to the Ugljan Island regularly say that they ate some of the best food right here, as the cuisine is based mostly on the traditional Mediterranean cuisine with a slight modern touch.
Here in Cali we have a big tuna farm, and we're exporting a lot of tuna, and we are famous with tuna. So we prepare lots of nice dishes with tuna. Today we will prepare for first dish tartar of tuna.
The main course is prepared by a well-known chef from Northern Macedonia with considerable experience of working in top restaurants and hotels in the Adriatic. And for the last few years, he has been preparing delicacies here in Ugljan.
Znači imamo isfiletiranog brancina u sicilijanskom umaku. Znači sicilijana sadrži šalšu, origano, kapar, masline. To smo dodali, znači, lecitin od soje i napravili smo taj umak da bude pijenast. Od tozgo preko brancina imat ćemo vlažni kavijar od naranđe.
Indulging in these mouth-watering dishes, we've wrapped up our Zadar Archipelago adventure. Make sure you see where the journey takes us in the next episode of Sail Ho Croatia.